There is an ongoing direct confrontation by UK government and US government right now as I speak. All right. After the fallout of discussion between Putin and Donald Trump, the US government and the UK government have come out clearly to fight the war by themselves. You cannot miss this update, whether you're supporting Ukraine or Russia. Now, somebody sent me some text, and I'd like to read them verbatim. Like my video, please comment on it, share it, and follow me. Now, in the last few days, both the United States and the United Kingdom have made moves that could make the war between Russia and Ukraine even more intense. Now, the US government is reportedly removing old restrictions that stopped Ukraine from using Western supplied long range missiles to strike targets inside Russia. Now, during Biden's regime, he placed a restriction that Ukraine couldn't hit Russia deep inside using those long range missiles. Now, Donald Trump is now considering lifting those restrictions. Now, let me continue. Until now, Ukraine could only use those missiles in occupied Ukrainian areas, not on Russian soil. Do you understand? But this is no balance. If Russia can hit Ukraine deep inside, why are you stopping them from fighting them? Because that's what the US government is saying right now, that Ukraine has the right to defend itself. Do you understand? Now follow me. Now the UK is also said to be pushing for a coalition of the willing, a group of Western countries ready to send Ukraine more long-range weapons. These weapons can reach deep into Russia, meaning future attacks might not only hit battle zones but also Russian military bases far from the front line. And then Russia reacted. President Vladimir Putin has warned that if Ukraine uses such missiles to attack Russia, there will be an overwhelming response. Now, take note, those guys have shifted from Tomahawk missiles because they know that they cannot use them. They have now shifted attention to allowing Ukraine to use long range missiles to hit Putin. And Putin is saying, if you try it, there'll be overwhelming responses. And I want to ask Putin a question. Who do you think you are? If you can hit Ukraine deep inside, even down to Kyiv, why do you think Moscow cannot be touched? Why do you think they cannot hit? I'm just asking questions. You know me, I go with whatever the news says. I don't have any place I stand. I beg you on your own if you think I'm supporting Ukraine now. I know you Russian supporters will come from my head now. Why is Putin now complaining? If you have the right to hit Ukraine, why can't you be hit inside? Anyway, that's not my point right now. Moscow says that this would be a direct attempt by the West to drag the war into a much bigger confrontation, which is true. Very true. Now, at the same time, they're not done. The US Senate has taken another serious step against Russia by pushing a bill to label Russia a state sponsor of terrorism. Now, here the reason you're going to laugh. This move is mainly because of report that Russia abducted over 20,000 Ukrainian children from occupied territories and took them to Russia. That is not a new story. Why are they acting on it now? Pressure. Just because Russia and US could not talk. You understand now? These guys are now bringing whatever they have left in their arsenal to pressure Putin. So if the bill becomes law, it will trigger the harshest possible US sanctions. US sanctions, not EU, not the one that Donald Trump has done. No. Even more severe than those currently in place, and make Russia even more isolated internationally. Where do you think this whole thing is headed? This war automatically has gone beyond Ukraine. Yes, it has gone beyond Ukraine. Nobody knows exactly where they're taking it to. Nobody knows exactly what they want to achieve. But I believe that they cannot break Russia. It's as simple as that. There's a reason for calling them the war machines. They can't break Russia. They can't break people. I don't see that happening. Anyway, there's so much to talk about. But I felt that if you are supporting Russia, you need to know exactly what is happening right now. Honestly, let us not pretend over it. Russia will not find this easy. But let's see if they can survive it. But for now, This is what Beaver knows. What do you know?